victory, the Rebels will exit. As Mayo from Spilka, now it's kicked ahead. Basha gonna have some room. Caden Lindstrom, partial break. He's into the glove of Wutzke, and the pushing and shoving starts. He'll get some work in the trenches. Dug out, but taken. As Dranchak now be tracked by McKenzie on the near side wall, and Dreesen trying to pick things up, and puck comes free, and Tigers keeping the Rebels at bay now. Good turnover right away by Spilka, trying to cut out front. Great individual effort, waiting. Now lets it go. It's off a body and ricochets in the near corner to the point. Basha trying to let it go. McKenzie in tight. Hard hatchet there by Vasil Spilka. As Andrew Basha will get it free, and Caden Lindstrom will check back in. His second shift looked good on the first. Basha avoids a check, and Dreesen gets to center. And here's the shoot-in as Wutzke out to play it. Blocked by Spilka. Now Basha trying to get it free, but stolen. And here come the Rebels. They might have four in the rush if they hustle. Weir trying to get it through the legs of Van Mulgen. 2-on-1 now, trying to bust in. Here's a chance. And that's blocked on the recovery by Josh Van Mulgen. And St. Martin does get the puck to center. It's going to be up in the air. Lindstrom's going to knock that down. Almost snuck in. Now it's Basha trying to follow up. Couldn't get a shot away, but once again, Caden Lindstrom will. Here's this year, Nate Corbet deals with Mats Lindgren. Now it's McKenzie in to help out as well. Jet Larson will get it free. Did have a hat trick against the Tigers in the regular season back on January 5th in a 5-3 victory for the Rebels over this very Tiger team. But now Nate Corbet will tie his man. Then he'll go after Dranchak, as Formanek and Dranchak, the two Europeans on the Rebels roster, love to lower the boom and get under player skins. And Andrew Basha will wind up out of his own end. No score still here in game one of the East quarterfinal. As Basha fights up a couple of checks, keeps going. Roughed up once more by Thurston. Now Spilka comes in to help out, and here comes the cavalry as Caden Lindstrom will throw the body a bit around. No one's been used to that for over 30-plus games, but Red Deer's going to be able to get out of dodge for the moment as Larson ahead. Final, Caden Lindstrom, no worse for wear, it feels like. Oasis Weisblatt, who was one of the top point getters against the Rebels this year, opens the scoring. It's 1-0 Tigers in game one of the East quarterfinal as Rhett Parsons goes to lower the boom early on Jet Larson. Now the Tigers got to get rid of it. Nice play by Lindstrom. And now there's a 2-on-2 play. Striding ahead, 1-on-1 with Fabrizi. Powers his way. Lindstrom to the forehead. It's loose. They score! And Drew Basha! Caden Lindstrom powers his way, no worse for wear. And the heat is on. It's 2-0.
Well, when he's a nice chance, nearly tapped in by Rhett Parsons.
As Andrew Basha, actually Rhett Parsons does have a playoff goal to his credit.
He would.
Yes, he did last year. He did in Winnipeg at the old Flemmer. What a terrible building.
Oh. Come on.
If that place doesn't fall apart, trouble. Here's Larson and tied up. Losing the stick is Van Mulgen, but now some trouble 4-on-3. Lindgren a shot. Didn't get through. Blocked by Mercick, and it will be knocked down by the Tigers defenseman Bogdan Hodas. Ahead for Mercick. Kicks it free. 2-on-1 with Basha. Mercick keeps right on. Stopped by Woods. Movement by Red Deer, and they're able to recover nicely. Clean win 2-for-2. Josephson. Now it's Mayo to Uchaz. Now back for Latimer. Throws a grenade. Loose puck. Lynn to the backhand. Now a wraparound chance. Loose. Rolls to the point. Mayo. Traffic in front. It doesn't get through. Cleared. Not out. Mayo holds it at the point. Now Mayo in for the Red Deer captain, Kai Uchaz, as he'll circle for Latimer. Now Mayo finds some room. Josephson. Top of the point. Mayo to Uchaz. Can't settle the puck down. Bash will force his hand. Has to get rid of it. Now it's Latimer. Behind the behind the Mesnat net, Red Deer tries to get closer. Mayo over for Josephson. No shot yet. Now let's go. Stopped by McCallum. The rebound. Carson Latimer keeping. Holds. No shot yet. Drops off open. Mercick and rips it. And just high. Lindstrom's going to watch and pass off to Mercick, but taken away by the Rebels. Here's Kachkowski lowering the boom as Quentin Bourne gets a rude awakening from one of the youngest players on the roster for the Tigers. As Bourne again gets roughed up by Kachkowski, he'll hold it in. Great job by the man with the least experience when it comes to games for the Tigers. Of course, that late signing in December from the Brooks Bandits of the then now defunct AJHL team that's now turned BCHL. Now Basha hands off. McKenzie off the bench. Keeping. Sharp angle. Trying to curl it ahead, but cut off by Thurston. You'll have some help with Basha in behind the Red Deer net. And Kai Uchaz can be all over him. Basha has to play keep away on his backhand to the point. Krebs, nowhere to go. Surveys, great start and stop by Harsanyi as Jace Weir gives him the business in behind the Red Deer net. Now it's taken by the Rebels. Bourne makes a move, gets away from Shane Smith. As time in the Western Hockey League. Kai Uchez, D-zone start. Puck is down, clean win by the veteran 20-year-old from DeWinton. Basically Okotoks. Look it on a map. As Lindstrom roughs up his man, now it's free. Mercick trying to go back, but Uchaz will hold it in. Now behind the Tiger net where Hotus has to make a move. Chipped out by Basha, that's just efficiency there, and they'll back up and defend as Red Deer will get a chance to reload.
Possibly better and better, and could be counted on as this series rolls along.
Tigers try to bring it in momentarily. Hard hit by Lindstrom on ladder. Back comes Mercick, a shot. Good kick save made by Witzke. Glass and out to neutral as Andreessen trying to feed it ahead for Mercick, but he was tagging up, didn't want to touch it. So Kalen Lynn's going to take it back, and Cade Lindstrom will quickly go off as you're in for draws. The old Jeremy Colleton, I'd like to call that. Ollie Josephson now back to it. Swings on the near point. Weir up for Mayo. He'll walk in. His shot off a body. Basha can't get rid of it. It's up into some equipment. Settled by Josephson. Just throwing it, trying to settle it down. It won't sit, but he lost the handle. Fabrizi has his stick lifted as Lindstrom gets shoved, and he's going to be in a world of trouble. As now it's just a log jam, and trying to get free is Lindstrom. He is in some trouble as Fabrizi's just jamming his stick on the back of Caden Lindstrom's neck, and that has gone on far long enough.
Play when Lindstrom steps onto the ice in 10 seconds.
Oasis Weisblatt can't win the draw, though, so good start for the Rebels. As Weisblatt trying to get it free. Hands off, some room. Sharp angle. Basha walks out, and his drive blocked by the stick of Weir. Lost it for a moment. Now the Tigers can be able to circle. Good shovel play by McKenna, but cut off by Josephson. Now Lindstrom's going to help out. McKenna gets the puck free for Basha. Back to it. Mercick lets it fly into the glove of Witzke with 41 seconds left, and now sorry, not the bumper. That's just on the wall. My apologies. As on the back play by Lindstrom, a good win by Weisblatt to McKenna. Down low for Basha. Lots of traffic in front now as it's net front. Weisblatt trying to shoot it. Fanned. Trouble. Shorthanded break. Here comes Kai Uchez. Mercick trying to get back to Joseph. In. Stopped by McCallum. He'll hold. Caden Lindstrom in to take the draw against Ollie Josephson. And they are nose to nose at the circle as the draft eligibles on that faceoff. Both were named to the CHL Top Prospects game. Only one win. Here's a chance. Mercick trying to go back to the point as he lost the handle on the pass. Good play by Van Mulligan to hold court. As now Jace Weir will back up. He's crunched by Lindstrom a little bit, trying to get it free for a streaking Mercick. It's off the glove of Lindstrom, but goes into the possession of Reed Andreessen. We'll try to move it ahead for Basha, out of his reach though. And the Rebels get rid of it. Here's Van Mulligan watching as Lynn trying to send it through across. Nobody home. Chipping at is Basha and out. A race for it. Lindgren will get back against Mercick. Tigers or smoke room. You kind of forget how big Caden Lindstrom is until you stand beside him.
Not small.
Not many people can stare me eye to eye, but he can. Clean opportunity here, but it's going to be encroachment by the Tigers as there's a Mercick, so Weisblatt now comes in. Behind center is Mercick on the draw for Weisblatt. Tigers going to be careful here. As now the puck is down, tied up. Lindstrom will get it free, back to the point. McKenna settles the puck down. Middle of the blue now for Weisblatt, left circle. Keeping. Now off to the corner. Basha with Lindstrom parked right in front of Chase Witzke. Now here's a chance. Lindstrom trying to walk out front. Sharp angle, stopped by Witzke. And a chance for Josephson to clear. It's going to be wedged by McKenna, and they are giving Lindstrom a lot of space.
And forgive me for not catching it sooner. It's Vlusvik, a 4-minute double minor for slew footing.
Okay, sorry, I did not see that either. As now it's going to be tied up, and the Tigers will get it back. McKenna right down Main Street. His drive ripped it wide on the glove side of Witzke. Now McKenna in for Mercick, right circle. His shot redirected by Lindstrom, and now from Larson. Now it's Andreessen. Waiting at the slot is Smith, but the puck goes to the point. McKenzie a drive. It's redirected and stopped by Witzke again. Good job on this so-called second power play unit, but now it's open ice. Here's Van Mulligan behind the net, keeping. Now a shot by Andreessen. Stopped again. It's settled. St. Martin, his shot stopped. Rebound. Swept that by Van Mulligan. And taken away by the Rebels and cleared.
Yeah, nice job there by the second unit of the Tigers power play, moving the puck well and handling pressure. The Rebels on the penalty kill love to pressure the puck carriers and try and force those turnovers. Handle it well there.
As the Tigers regroup, Weisblatt to the point for Mercick. Finds Basha, middle of the slot, now off a stick for McKenna. Across Mercick, lots of traffic in front with Weisblatt there. Now it's Mercick from Lindstrom. To the top of the point, again McKenna. Starts, stops away from Bernie. Nowhere to go, so he circles. Right circle on the near side. Now Mercick trying to walk in. We're going to have a penalty behind the play. It's going to go St. Martin cut off as now Vluswick will return. And he beelines it for the bench, and the Rebels will get a power play. Abbreviated, but Lindgren doubles back. Good chance for Joseph trying to get within two, but rang it off the iron. Mayo gives to you, Chaz, as he'll circle back. Here's Lindgren in. Lets it go, and stopped by McCallum as he makes save number 17 in this 4-1. Davian and Will Moswick are the linesmen. The video goal judge is Curtis Scherger. Brett Parsons, face-off specialist, wins the draw. Here's Oasis Weisblatt to McKenna. He'll roll back and now just fire a grenade, and that's blocked.
In some time and space, but all he was able to do with that last chance was throw it to Woodsky.
Tigers win the draw again.
Talk about lengthening out this group offensively. If they can find some goals here or there from their blue line, it's only going to bode well for them moving through this first-round series.
Tigers can't win the draw in their own zone, and Talon Brigley's going to pick things up for Red Deer to the point. Thurston trying to settle it down. Couldn't let it sit. Had to get rid of it. Bernie, far side, able to reverse for Samuel Dranchak. He's pushed up on the wall by Bogdan Sotos. Hard shot. Lucky got away with one there. Is still a tie-up at the side. And Ethan McCallum holds court, who's been steady Eddie. You look at the game he had as Cade Lindstrom is involved in it back and forth. As Mayo walks the line, his drive, and that's going to be up in front. That almost took a nasty turn for the Tigers, but Parsons and Krebs able to recover, but Mats Lindgren now. It's still four-side for 18 more seconds, and then Caden Lindstrom and Carson Bernie are going to be released from their respective penalties as Parsons and Latimer push and shove after him. Now Basha with a burst of speed. Great individual effort trying to get through. And now he'll just sidestep. High slot, Parsons to the net, trying to redirect it. And this was settled by Andreessen. D-to-D pass to Van Mulgen. Tigers going backwards, now able to go north with the puck as Mercick trying to sneak it in behind for Lindstrom, who's got a point in this game. In his return to the Tiger lineup, and for those keeping its score at home, he now has a 13-game point streak. Feed though, Chaz up for trying to go cross ice for Formanek. It's blocked as we've played 1 minute and 8 seconds of this third period. Tigers in front 4-2. That score brought to you by Murray Hyundai. Home of the 5-year, 100,000-kilometer warranty. As it is here. Back and innocent looking shot by Bernie with some zip, but it's wide. Vluswick able to walk in. His shot trying to get through traffic. Good redirect. Here's Bernie on it. Tigers back a little bit, just trying to get rid of it. Mercick to open ice. Lindstrom's going to try and look for a way out now. No look pass for Basha. Now off the wall. Here's Mercick trying to go ahead for Hodis, joining the rush. Couldn't get any further, and now he'll head back to his, a little bit of a slow go for the Tigers, but you know what? You don't want to give a whole lot to this Red Deer team and make them come to you. They're a very, as we mentioned in the pregame show, calculated risks for them, but they're going to have to start taking more of those as they trail by 2 shots. It's 4-2 here in this third period, nearing the 4-minute mark as Lindstrom absorbs a check from Matteo Fabrizi. As now Andrew Basha to Lindstrom. He'll fight off a couple Rebels, trying to work it to the point, but Dwayne Jean Jr. takes that away. Quentin Bourne sidesteps Parsons, lost an edge. Now Lindstrom will take it back, absorbs a check, and he'll just freight train his man over as those two go after it. Careful, and Lindstrom just towers over top of Quentin Bourne. He's probably had the longest nights of everybody, and that's just another. 2 Bulls are going after it, and Lindstrom took way too much. And he's going to get caught.
Yeah, simply can't happen. The power play possession for the Rebels has been on point, not allowing clears easy, and takes 2 opportunities on that last chance for the Tigers to get rid of the puck.
Talon Brigley able to enter, but Hodis whizzes that all the way back into him in the regular season. Bogdan Sotos, the first ever 3-year European player. Long shot by Mayo, long drive is going to be blocked by McKenzie. He couldn't get to the puck. Now some trouble. A shot by Larson. It goes up in the air. Glove down hard shot by Hodis. Now a drive. They're going to call hand pass on the Rebels. And that's how you take.
It's what we like to do out in Alberta and Saskatchewan,
fun.
BC.
Westernize it.
Yeah, you just Simon. I'm sure someone's calling them Despiens too.
Long shooting by the Rebels. That will conclude the penalty to Caden Lindstrom. So the Tigers will try to exit, but Mercick puts it right back to Lynn. Here's a shot off the blocker of McCallum to the point. And now backing up is Thurston. Here come the Tigers 3-on-2. Mercick with Lindstrom. Keeping. Fires! May have been off the stick of Thurston. Puck settled by Basha. No high stick there, surprisingly. Here's Basha starting and stopping Lindstrom. Circles. Now he's going to try and turn up, but hands off to Van Mogen. His shot off a body. Rolls in the corner and trying to knock that down and let it sit as Andreessen. Good block on the clear. They're going to call a high stick and nope.
Well, Simon was right on top of that one, but we'll step out.
Tigers lead 4-2 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal on Wild 94.5.
Toe with Harrison Menigan, who made over 50 stops in that game. A lot to like from Ethan McCallum here tonight.
As off the draw, they're going to say encroachment by the opposing Rebels. So Caden Lindstrom now deals with Samuel Dranchak. Part of the Euro draft, this past draft for the Red Deer Rebels. They have their 2. Tigers just the 2 Euros as well. One this year was Vasil Spilka, who left early in this game. So the Tigers dealing with 11 forwards. Once again, just same story, different day. To the point, walking the line, Lindgren, a shot. It's in, they score! Redirected by Dranchak on the way through. It's a 1-goal hockey game with just over 12 minutes to go in the third period of Game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal. They're going to say Mats Lindgren off a Tiger and in.
Yeah, a couple bodies out in front of Ethan McCallum as too much time and space given by the Tigers to Mats Lindgren, though he lets one from Latimer, one from Mats Lindgren, and you know it's going to be much of the same with 11 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock.
As Carson Burney ties up Jack Kachkowski, and now Andrew Basha trying to take off, sweeping it towards Lindstrom. They're going to be in on the offside.
The puck with speed through the neutral zone. Maybe go back to that a little bit, get the Rebels defenseman turned around, and see if you can't start putting pressure that way, forecheck hard, and create some chances there.
See how the final 11:05 go, but it starts with a face-off win by Caden Lindstrom, who makes his return after his last game in a goal and assist performance. They're going to call a penalty to the top as Caden Lindstrom tied up. It's in his feet, able to work it back to the point, just kept in by McKenna. Got rid of it for Mercick. Now down low, here's Weisbach trying to jam play as tied up and stopped by Witzke and cleared by Red Deer. As it's a hit to the head penalty. And now McKenna. Head fakes, now hands off. Here's Mercick trying to turn and burn. Tigers come in onside. He'll do it himself. Mercick in. Great stop by Witzke.
A nice job there by Tomas Mercick, reading the coverage and saying, if I have the room, I'm going to continue forward. As the Rebels were expecting a drop-off, he takes it all the way to the net.
Sometimes that just appears out of nowhere. And now Weisblatt drop, trouble, shorthanded breakaway. Bernie! Stop by McCall. May have hit a little bit of an edge, and I don't know if that got through or not. Kind of hit a dead spot on the ice. The Tigers, they playing with fire. But the Tigers able to recover, and they'll reload once more. And here comes Andrew Basha, looking to make amends. Spins away from Mayo, as Formac's going to have all kinds of time and space. Of course, these two teams, when it came to the penalty kill, were right beside each other when it was all said and done. 5th and 6th, I believe, in the Western Hockey League. Now Andrew Basha doubles back. Uchaz all over him. Tigers, they flew a little too close to the sun there. Unable to cash in, but one last call. Here's Mercick as the Go Tigers Go chants start out here at Co-op Place, but that won't help as the Rebels get rid of it. McCallum has to be careful. He'll quickly rim it.
Has kept the Rebels in it, allowing them to come back.
One-time blast off the draw by Bogdan's Hodis, and the Rebels get out of dodge. That's a heck of a call by Dave Struch to stay with Witzke when it was 4-0. Had confidence in him. And now here's Caden Lindstrom. Fights off a couple of checks, gets free, almost lost the puck, able to recover. Now has to swing it for Mercick, but He can't get there in time. Bernie had it. Flipped ahead as now the Rebels with all that momentum. Tigers got to tighten up a little bit here. As now it's Tomas Mercic ahead for Harsani with a blaze of speed. One-on-one with Lindgren. A race after it in behind the net. It comes loose and behind the Rebel net for a moment. McKenzie now checks in. Tied up with Mayo. Took it away from him. Great job by the captain. Trying to wheel it. Waits for some help. He'll just shoot it in on goal to Chase Woodsky. He'll glove it down for Mats Lindgren. Hunter Mayo watched by Caden Lindstrom and now Carson Latimer. Ahead for Lindgren. It's swiped at by Basha. Put one stick on the puck, but now it's taken again. Good puck play by the Rebels. Tigers do get out with it. And now a play up for Mercic. Partial 3-on-2. Trying to drop back, but that hit everybody. Lots of snow on the ice right now here at Co-op Place. Puck's just slowing right down. And now Lindstrom keeps. Gets away from a couple checks. Now to the point. Van Melken, traffic in front. It didn't get through to Woodsky. Blocked by Red Deer and out. Latimer one-on-one with Andreessen. And he'll head to the benches. That's going to be an icing call. I don't know if it's a game at 4. The reason we might see overtime in game 1 of the East quarterfinal. The Rebels came back in a big way. Trouble. Could be a 2-on-1. It is. Larson to Uchez. Blocked by Parsons. And now the Tigers will try to gallop the other way. 2-on-3. Basha to Mercic, and they'll chase after it. You look at that play by Rhett Parsons a little bit later. Hard check by Lindstrom. Rebels looking for a penalty and a couple hard shots by Hunter Mayo on Lindstrom, and it'll be held up Lindgren's side of that. Here's a bump play, but taken by the Rebels to the point. Mayo just sends it through, hits the leg in front, and McKenzie onto the clutches of Andrew Basha. And he'll shovel it in and race after it against Mats Lindgren. Of course, no 3-on-3, it's 5-on-5. As the Tigers were 5-6 in overtime. Their last 2 games have actually gone to overtime, so make it 3. Here's Lindstrom, open seam pass for Basha, just out of his reach, though, as everybody gets settled. As Hodis gets knocked down, you're not going to get that call here in overtime as a long shot goes through, and it will be face off to the glove side of Ethan McCallum. We have played just under 3.5 as that puck goes off the wall and out, but the Rebels return to sender as it'll be Jack Kachkowski. Lost the handle. Here's Ollie Josephson trying to sneak in. Puck goes to Kalen Lind. Has some room to cut out front. Some traffic in front. Backhand whizzed it high. And now settled by Basha as he goes on the run. He's got Lindstrom at McKenzie. Now trying to get around him. He'll get a hard shove by Hunter Mayo, who's been an absolute drum against Kai Uchez. Tied up off the bodies and hit a boot as Chet Larson's just off the wall. A race for it. Parsons has to get there before Bernie does, and just got there in time. Now has some room. Trying to get for McKenzie, and he'll be safe. It's off the boot of Lindstrom, and just had to swing it into the zone of the Rebels as it's knocked down by the glove of Lindstrom. No hand pass. Trying to get it ahead. Lindstrom has the puck hop over his stick, and now here comes Talon Brigley in for Carson Bernie. His shot.
Overtime, and since then, it's been a lot of face-offs.
A lot of calculations. As the Rebels do control. Hits Larson, though. His pass going to be blocked by McKenzie, and Tigers just get it out. Caden Lindstrom trying to let that puck sit as snow catching up a little bit here. And here's Parsons. Cross ice. Far wing for Basha. Trying to let it go. It's in the feet of Uchez, and then good job by McKenzie to get it free. To the point. Krebs to Parsons. Swings. Sends it through to exit. Great job by the Tigers to recover. Basha will able to rim it in. No one's played in overtime in a Tiger uniform. The first for all. As Basha has to survey and just get rid of it again. Short shifts by the Tigers to make a quick.
I feel great.
Yeah, you've been on a different. You've been on Mars all week.
Yeah.
Face-off win by the Tigers, looking to work in this one. Here's a play. Lindstrom lets it go. Quality chance. Goes astray for the Tigers, but they keep it in. Lindstrom now cuts out with it. Sharp angle again. Trying to feed for McKenzie. Cut off. But the Tigers will work it back to the point, at least they try to, before Jace Weir by a count of 5-4, I may add. The score reading 4-4 with 3:04 to go in overtime. As Reed Andreessen back to it. He'll swing it for Smith. Had to play it off his boot. Now just takes a hard shot and keeps going with the puck and trucks ahead. glove down by Weir. Good hard shot by Mercick. It's kept in onside by Smith. Here's Mercick. Sharp angle. Stopped by Woodsky. It rolls. Loose. Smith whacks away. It's still loose. Look out. And that net came off for a moment, but it stays on the pegs. That's like a mouse trap for Chase Woodsky. And now the Tigers will have another chance to reload. Here's Lindstrom. In over the line. Cuts back. Fanned on it. Trying to race for it. He'll battle for it. Diving to try and cut it up. But here come the Rebels again. 3-on-2. Bourne late into the fray, but it's stolen by Parsons off the wall, as all he could do is get rid of it. And Kai Uchas will wind things up, but all he can do is get rid of it. Tigers come close a handful of times. They have been the better team in overtime. Now off the wall, Weisblatt to Basha. Good play, final. It's a 4 versus 5, is it not now? Josephson ahead for Latimer to the backhand, ripped it high as it's on the dasher before Basha looking to exit. A lot of snow on the edges as it will be Krebs. Cross ice for Lindstrom. Onside, has some help. He'll try to charge in, but taken away by Mats Lindgren. Nice little play ahead for Josephson. There's some room for Quinton Bourne. Has a trailer in Larson. Cuts to the middle. His shot blocker stop by McCallum. As it'll go to Krebs with 23 seconds left in the first overtime. McKenzie, a play to Basha. What does he have in store with 15 seconds in the first overtime? Weak backhand, but it's going to be steered aside. Now grenade thrown by Andreessen. It doesn't get through. Good job by McKenzie to harass Mayo. One last call for the Rebels. Bourne ahead. He'll look for a lane. Trying to take a shot. He can't. Steered away by McCallum, and